This third message is a message of love from Jesus. You see, warnings are also messages of love. Even if they are drastic and strong warnings. Sometimes you need strong medicine. It doesn't exactly, when it's bitter in the mouth, you say, oh, this is terrible. But I'll tell you what, the disease is worse. And so sometimes God gives us a message which is strong, which hits us hard. But the purpose of the third angel's message is that we do not end up worshiping the beast and worshiping his image and receiving his mark and the number of his name, because those who worship the beast and his image and receive the mark and the number of his name are going to receive the unmixed wrath of God. And God does not want anyone to suffer his wrath. And so he sends this message. He says, Babylon is fallen. Don't receive the mark of the beast. Don't worship the beast. Don't worship his image, because you will receive the unmitigated wrath of God. Now, the third angel's message mentions several powers. It mentions the beast, worshiping the beast. Now, we dedicated a whole lecture to talk about the beast. And we notice biblically, without a shadow of a doubt, that the beast represents the Roman Catholic system. I'm not talking about the individuals in the system. There's a lot of God's true people in Babylon. In fact, we're going to notice that before we draw this to an end. Many of God's true people are in Babylon. They belong to the beast. Or they're within the beast power. I shouldn't say they belong to the beast power, but now they are part of that system. There are many people who are in the system which is called the false prophet. There are many of God's true people among the kings of the earth, the secular powers of the earth. And we're going to notice that God gives these people a call to come out. And so we notice that the beast power represents the Roman Catholic papacy as a system, a power that ruled for times in the dividing of time, or 1,260 years from 538 to 1798, and a power who received a deadly wound, but whose deadly wound is going to be healed, and everyone on planet Earth who is not on God's side will worship this system. But we also noticed in the third angel's message that there is a second beast. This is a beast that rises from the earth, has two horns like a lamb, which we notice represents two kingdoms. One nation that recognizes two kingdoms that Jesus recognized, because they're two horns like a lamb, and horns represent kingdoms. We identified this power beyond any shadow of a doubt as the United States of America, who in its founding documents taught and still teaches to this day that in the United States of America there are two separable kingdoms. There's the kingdom of the church and there is the kingdom of the state. And they exist in the same nation, but they are to be kept separate one from another. Render therefore unto Caesar that which is Caesar's, and unto God that which is God's. But this beast that rises from the earth will have these two horns like a lamb. It will confess externally that it believes in two kingdoms. But we're told in the prophecy that it will end up speaking like a dragon, which means that it will make an image to the first beast. It will have a love relationship with the Roman Catholic papacy. And it will implement in the United States the principles of the papacy. It will no longer separate church and state. It will join church and state. It will make an image of the first beast,